Hi Scorpio, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Seer. This is Mary. Thanks for stopping by. And so this is going to be this is for the first week of March and 2020. I'm just going to tell your story. We're going to do past, present, and future. Oh, I think we were going to do a card from each deck. Hang on a second. All right, we will do that. Maybe we'll do 3 cards from each deck. We'll do the past from one deck, the present from another deck, and the future from another deck. All right. Goodness. All right, thanks for your patience. We'll get this. Oh, my goodness. So the small deck there is going to be the past. It looks like you got some resistance. Look at that. Look, that's 3 times resistance in the present. So we're going to pull those a different way. All right, and then we're going to do the future here. Let's see how the future looks. Much better, much better. Little bit of resistance. All right. Same place. Getting stuck in the same place that you did in the present. So keep that in mind, okay? We'll put that one there, okay? All right, so let's start with the past. It could be the card, but sometimes the deck is chosen for a certain reason. It gets stuck for a certain reason. Those synchronicities, right? Okay. So in the past, we have the Sun. This is happiness, success, abundance. It's like things being out in the open and honest, right? In the past, things felt good. It's and then we have the High Priestess. So that's intuition and secrets. It's somebody knowing things and maybe not speaking about them. Okay. And then the next card is the Page of Pentacles, and this is an offer. It's like an offer of abundance. It could be a job offer. It could be offer of a new life. It could be, but it's a slow offer, I'm going to leave it there. Okay, now we're going to go. Now this deck, because it was jamming all up, right? This is the present. I'm just going to do a few piles. I'm going to flip some upside down. And I'm just going to go in between and pull a... Okay. I have to put it back together first. Okay. Okay, so first card in the present. I have the Five of Earth, which is the Five of Pentacles reversed. Second card. I have the Moon reversed. Third, I have the Three of Fire reversed. Yes, there is a major issue right now going on with you or around you, So, so the future, we have the one that fell out, and this is the Two of Swords reversed. Okay. And then we have the Three of Wands upright. That's good because we had the Three of Wands right here reversed. Okay. And we have the High Priestess again. Look at that. Wow. Okay. Okay, so we talked about the past. It was a time of happiness. Okay, so here, this is what it looks like to me. In the past, it's almost like the way it used to feel when we were a child, when we were innocent, because of this child on this horse. So it feels old-fashioned, It feels like it's a happy time. We've got flowers on the horse. We have the sun shining. So it's a time of innocence, right? It's a time of success. But then we have the High Priestess here. The High Priestess, and I kind of feel like this is you, but It just feels like it is. You always kind of knew something, and maybe you didn't talk about certain things. You didn't talk about certain things. But then there's this opportunity, and I think you kind of saw this coming. There's an opportunity, like an offer of abundance, an offer. Some people say it's like an offer of a job, a financial offer, because it's a pentacle, something substantial, right? So the acceptance of this offer, it caused this cycle of, I don't know, it's almost okay, it sounds like, feels like it's going chasing a job for money, just going for money, and not. So you're in a happy place, you were spiritual, you're connected with your higher self. And then this offer of money came in. Okay, I think that's what it is. Okay, let me know how that feels to you. And then we have the Five of Pentacles, and then we have this cycle of being shut out. Shut out a relationship, shut out, feeling shut out of your home. And then the moon reverse is not having the intuition anymore, but having trauma. It's like something that in this being the cycle of being shut out or cast aside or put aside or lack, right? This lack, I don't know if it brought up some old trauma or if it instilled some trauma, started some trauma. But usually this is trauma from the past where we're using behavior to avoid it. So I don't know if it triggered it, but whatever this was, it completely stopped the flow of good things coming to you or somebody here. This is the Three of Wands reverse is waiting for things to get better, and they're not getting better. Okay? Okay. So, so now this is the future is the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords, it's about coming out of that place of indecision and realizing what the truth is. So, I couldn't see the truth before, but now I see it. And with that, I'm able to make a decision. Whereas indecision, a decision has been made. This decision is now enabling you to receive rewards because now you're putting, it's almost like your vibe changed or your relationship with the world around you changed. So now you're back in harmony and you can receive the rewards that have been due to you because it was a place where you were standing before in that trauma. Okay. But doing the work, cutting out what no longer, because this is, the Two of Swords is having them over you and not using them. Once they're down, if to me as a reader, it's a decision has been made, a long-awaited decision. Even though you couldn't see everything, it didn't matter. You knew what you knew intuitively. In here, you were blocked because it was some kind of, it was a lesson that you had to go through. It was a way of clearing whatever was in the past, whatever had been holding you back and kept putting you in this place of lack, Okay, so, and of course it could have been others, of course, but it also has to do with our own vibration that we're bringing that, and the lesson, of course, the lesson itself. So, and yeah, sometimes those are unavoidable. It's just how it had to roll out for us to get to where we need to be. It's like, it's shadow work that needed to be cleared. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. It is. And I think because Scorpio is kind of in the shadow. You guys kind of live in that shadow, which is like mind blowing to me. Because I'm like an airy fairy, Gemini. So, anyway, the High Priestess, Sorry, I'm here. I'm listening to your comments. So, okay. So now we're back to the high priestess, right? So we have our rewards. We made a decision. We cleared that old stuff. We know that we're getting ready to receive. It's like I'm getting things ready because my ships are coming. I'm getting everything organized for this, right? Because you know, you can feel it. Of course, because you're the high priestess again. You're back in your power. But it's almost like to get to the next level, that shadow work needed to be done. It needed to be cleared. And I really kind of feel like you were ready for the clearing, right? That is so amazing. You guys have had some good readings with me anyway, the last couple times. Okay. No. Sorry about that. Should have turned that down. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a few more cards with another deck. That was really fun. Because I like multiple decks, because if they bring out duplicates, which you had like 2 duplicates out of 9 cards. So actually 4, 2 of the same cards. For, you know what I mean. 2 times you had duplicate doubles. That was not easy. Okay, so we're just going to give a little bit more information to your story, and this is going to be for the first the first week of March, but it doesn't have to be. Sometimes it's in the past, sometimes in the far past, sometimes it's just your backstory to kind of show you where you're going. So, and sometimes what's really cool is it gives your details when it's a general reading, so you know it's for you, even if it's a little bit further back than recent. Could be a couple of years. Sometimes it's like that. Okay. So I have the 4 cups. 4 cups. Okay. And then I have the Empress reversed. I have the 6 of Pentacles. The Chariot. Quite a story unfolding. The Sun. Okay. It's a really important message right here. The 4 of Cups. What's being offered to us? Okay. 4 of Cups, here you go. It's a guy, and he's kind of bored. What's being offered to us? There's a couple, messages in this. There's a couple messages here. One of them is to consider what's really being offered when something is being offered. Okay. To look at everything, not just what we think it is. Let's look at what it really is. And there's some comparison to the past, what we just read, and what we're really being offered in the past. And to connect our own dots of does this feel familiar? Does it feel familiar? And it's more than saying, oh, well, this time I know. No, this time you need to ask the questions that you didn't ask last time, okay? Why is this? Why do I need to ask this? Why do I need to do this? When I've come through so much and done so much work, aren't I just okay? Of course you're okay. But just because they look like an empress or empress, divine, doesn't mean they are. Because this is a warning of somebody either in your life or coming near you, or just a warning. Maybe it's just an example, like a memory in a way. Just because someone looks like they have it all together doesn't mean they do. Because the shadow of the Empress doesn't mean that she's going to look uncapped or unworthy. She's going to appear worthy, but coming from her or his shadow side, you see. That's how we get manipulated. Okay? Manipulator, dependent, angles, self-centered. Nothing wrong with taking care of yourself. But it shouldn't be about what you can get from others. It's about what makes us happy. And if hurting other people makes us happy, then that's something that we should really consider. I don't know. But I'm just saying, in someone else. If you meet somebody else and it makes them happy to hurt that people, then that's something that needs to be considered. Most people, many people in their shadow side are just not thinking about where they're coming from and what they're doing, because they don't have their own awareness. But they appear to be empresses, but they're not. Okay? And that's the red flags. Don't forget about the red flags that we missed in the past. That's what that means. Okay. So, Six of Pentacles. Why? Why do we want to do this again? Which is a great question. I love the whys. It's because we want reciprocity in our relationships, right? So we have to give that to ourselves. We have to look at it rolled out in front of us like a little bit. This behavior, if this is a red flag that what I've seen before, what did it tell me in the past? And it's okay to, because if you ask the questions, it's going to get somebody that's kind of hiding something and trying to manipulate. When you ask them the question and they've underestimated you, you get a reaction. And that reaction tells you everything, right? Six of Pentacles. We have to be willing to front load the reciprocity in anything. Front loading. It's like foreseeing, looking at what happened in the past. The Japanese are really good at front loading in stuff in their cars. I mean, they've got details you never even thought of. How to fix them so things don't come out of alignment, so you don't need a tune-up, so you don't, stuff like that on your car. I mean, I love their cars because I'm a woman that doesn't do car repairs. And sorry about the spitting. That's an example of front-loading success in your life. Okay. Well, why do we want that? Yes. Why is this so important? Well, do you have a direction you want to go? The Chariot, you're moving in a direction. A direction, what direction is it that you want to go? Right? Where did we come from? We came from happiness. Where are we going? To happiness. To the sun. We're going back to the innocence. We're going back to, this is so beautiful. We're going back to happiness, success, abundance, the sunshine on our skin, innocence, the children playing, being safe. And we're going back to our safety. This is a Cancer card. Could have something to do with the Cancer. This is a Taurus card. Doesn't have to be a Taurus. Okay. All right. So, let's do one last card, Scorpio. Love that reading. Okay. Let's do a Mente card. We don't do those too much. Hey, if you want to do a reading with me, request a reading, you can go to my website. That information is in my description box. On my website, there is a menu with different types of readings. If you book a reading, please give me a general. If you can give me more of a direction, I can really nail whatever the question really is. Because if you say general, then it's just going to be on the surface. And if there's something specific that you need to know, it's better to give me that direction. Because we get what we ask for, right? So, I embrace the all. I embrace the all. And you know what I'd like to do is I would like to read that to you real quick. You know what this is? This is like the World card. You graduated from that lesson. Scorpio, I'm so proud of you. Here we go. I embrace the all. Congratulations. That's huge. Because you went from the sun back to the sun. That's the end of the cycle. So cool. All right. If I can find the page. Cosmic consciousness is a term first coined in 1901 in the book Cosmic Consciousness, a study in the evolution of the human mind. It is a central tenet. They state cosmic consciousness is a consciousness of life and order of the universe which is possessed by few men at present. In 1901. It is a further stage of human evolution which will be reached by all humanity in the future. I am so sorry. While at the present moment, the various gradients of the collective consciousness tend to anthropomorphize the idea of all that is as a being. By embracing the idea of the all, we can find relationships with our true being. This person that wrote this seems very educated. The all of our individual reality is a poetry in motion. The allegory. I am so sorry. I'm going to try again. If you click off right now, I understand. Let's just cut to the chase. Man is a star bound to a body until in the end he is freed through his strife. Only by struggle and toiling, thy utmost shall the star within thee bloom out into new life. He who knows the commencement of all things, free is a star from the realm of the night. And that's from the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. This is saying, it's like, this deck is about the halls of Amente. You know, it's about going through the lessons and the shadow work and reaching to the place of a higher conscious. So it's like the lesson. The shadows in that lesson have been conquered. And therefore you've graduated this one. So this is a major achievement. It's a major shadow work. And I'm so sorry I had trouble reading that. I don't know why that happened. But when we get through something really difficult and we conquer it, it is a great achievement. It's to be celebrated because we don't have to live that again. Because we know we can trust ourselves now and we get it, right? Love you, Scorpio. Take care now. Bye-bye.